All right. So, now we are moving to the next part of the program, which is the Teacher of the Year. If I could have Stephanie Cassidy, who is our 1672 junior, come on down and help me. Letting attention rise, and the Teacher of the Year for Tolland is Jane Moynihan. Similarly, we have some words for Jane. It is a pleasure that we give Jane the Teacher of the Year honor. Jane is well deserving of this honor and has taught first and second grade for more than 20 years. Jane is currently a first grade teacher at Birch Grove Primary School and puts forth effort on a daily basis to support the core curriculum and to support the children. She is eagerly working to instill love of learning by finding ways to get to know all of the students' interests and relate it to a particular lesson. Jane starts her day with a smile and she greets students arriving to the school every morning with enthusiasm and energy. She's an asset to first grade and the school. She's always prepared and highly skilled at delivering lessons, teaching the Common Core, and engaging the students. Jane teaches lessons that are multi-sensory, hands-on, rigorous, inquiry-based, and promotes a high degree of knowledge for the students. She develops lesson plans that integrate technology, music, art, and movements into the core curricular areas. Jane understands the importance of teaching lessons that are rich in students' discourse and promote community and communication opportunities. Jane utilizes the smartboard as a tool to support hands-on lessons and builds interactive opportunities, works exceptionally well with her colleagues, and is a master at collaborating with the special education team. Jane collaborates frequently with her colleagues and is able to promote small group learning opportunities and differentiated challenges. Yeah, you can help me. Differentiated challenges. Jane is able to work closely with teachers, therapists, consultants, and parents. She regularly works with the community and parents to help student progress, and Jane is an asset to the district's professional development and evaluation committee as well. She is one of the members and has worked closely with that team to ensure the evaluation process is centered on teacher growth and student learning. Jane brings to the discussions numerous examples of exemplary teaching strategies and knowledge of measuring progress for the students and in a meaningful way working with teachers. Jane's collaborative style and creative ideas and suggestions have helped the team generate numerous valuable resources. She's an extremely valuable member of the school community, and she enriches the school communication and curriculum, facilitating evening school plays that are very well attended by parents. Without further ado, please help me again in recognizing Jane Moynihan as our Teacher of the Year. Stephanie Cassidy is coming up now to present her with her gift.
It is so appropriate that today I'm presenting the fancy pink Cadillac to Jane Moynihan. Jane Moynihan was my shining light. The first year I started in Tolland, when our budget was extraordinary, we actually hired 22 teachers that year. Well, that year we hired so many teachers we didn't have enough classrooms. My portable classroom didn't show up on time, but it didn't matter because Jane Moynihan opened her doors. She was always there for me to help me with everything I needed as I moved from another district to Tolland. That was 29 years ago. I have never forgotten. She is one extraordinary lady. So here you are, your fancy pink Cadillac. I hope you can race through the year. I must
say is, who is this person? So for those of you that know me, you know I'd rather chew off my left foot right now than be standing here giving a speech, especially considering the stressful start to this school year. I am always thrilled for the person standing here, getting this award, and so relieved that I would never have to do this. Here I am. This is truly an honor, and I am very humbled by being chosen as Teacher of the Year. Any one of you could be standing up here. The only difference, I make an amazing chocolate chip cookie. If there is anything I've learned in my past 21 years as an educator, it's that the sense of humor is essential for survival. So today I will regale you with a few survival stories. But first, I'd like to thank the administration and the Teacher of the Year Committee. This is truly an honor. Mary Lynn Darling is the former Teacher of the Year. She's sitting here in the audience, and I am very fortunate to have Mary Lynn work twice a week in my classroom as a volunteer. Mary Lynn and I have been known to exchange some colorful words, sorry about that, every now and then, but never in front of the students. There's one particular day while the children were having a snack, I walked across the hall to collaborate with Mary Beth for a minute or two. And I walked back into the room, Mary Lynn shouted, "Bucket! Bucket!" I froze, thinking I was hearing something completely different. "Get the bucket!" she yelled. So I unfreeze and get the bucket. Much too late for Alice, a made-up name, had already vomited all over the table. Unfazed, the students surrounding Alice continued to eat their snack. We take snack very seriously in my class. Mary Lynn, of course, continued to gag in the corner. Just a day in the life of a teacher. I'd like to quickly introduce some of my family and friends that appear here today. I don't know about you, but I'm always curious about those unknowns in the audience. My good friend Mary Lynn, of course. Thank you, Mary Lynn. My husband, Neil, and 3 out of our 4 kids are here today. Kevin, Liz, and Kate. William is a graduate student in Idaho and began teaching yesterday, so could not make it. I am very grateful for their countless hours of cutting, pasting, labeling, and bulletin board prep. My good friend Pam is a Bolton teacher. She has threatened more than once to call DCF when I have dragged my kids in on hot summer days to do work in the classroom. I always bribe them with Subway sandwiches and a cold drink. It worked a lot better when they were younger. My sister Betsy, who's a year younger, she was essentially my first student, putting up very patiently with the little homemade spelling tests I would correct. I loved making those corrections. Little did I know. Stressors, we all have stressors. Day-to-day stressors. We all know what it's like sometimes to come barreling in just before the buses. Well, on this one particular day, I was listening at very top volume to Ellie Gould's Burn song. Becky Curtis was in the parking lot at the time, and I can barely, windows are down, and I'm saying, Beth, this is the song, this is the song. It became our song, our pop-up song for the year. I grabbed my bags, I got out of the car, and Becky and I walked into the building. At 6 p.m. that evening, I said to Mary Beth, I can't find my keys, so I'm going to walk down the hall, and I'll call you if I need to get back in the building. Tom Swanson was standing at the front door. He said, oh, I see you warming up your car. My stomach dropped. For 10 hours, they got it to hibernate. They turned on and off all day. It was toasty warm when I got in. I would like to give a shout out to my first grade team members, as this is not a job that you can do solo. Gavin Madigan for always keeping us on track with pacing guides and events. Lisa Patriarco for always listening to everything being said and calmly reiterating and putting it into user-friendly terms. Krista Young for being a great program leader for so many years. Sandy Gonzalez, who unfortunately is not here today, for sharing and listening between I have 4 kids, she has 4. Scott Moynihan, absolutely no relation. May I repeat, we are not related. I love you, Scott. Scott has become my my technological physician. Hi, my name is Jane and I am computer challenged. Scott loves to make fun of the fact that I say the Google and the YouTube. Mary Beth, who is the easiest, most willing and flexible person ever in the world to work with. Anthea, thank you for your guidance with my lengthy application, and Tracy L. for our morning workouts this summer. As grateful as I was, I have to admit that the Randy Edsel sightings made the work a lot easier. Few quick tricks of the trade. Our job is like a 6-hour stage performance. We are on from the moment those buses arrive until they return at the end of the day. We wear many hats. I don't know about you, but I've been called Mom, Grandma, and Dad. I respond to everyone without batting an eyelash. We must abide by what I call the 50% rule. I'll believe 50% of what comes into school, I tell my parents. This is Harold. If you believe 50% of what comes home, I say that because this year, after 2 months of practicing, little Truman Harold came up the day before our performance and said, I think I have soccer tryouts, so I'm not going to be there tomorrow night. Quickly got on the board and solved that problem. We are grateful for our unbelievable parents, custodians, parent volunteers, and secretaries whom we could not function without. Each year, this new crop of students walks through our doors, and that's when the excitement begins. We never know how it will unfold, but we are up for the challenge. This year, collectively, in my class alone, the kids lost 54 teeth. How do I know that? We keep a tooth graph all year. So in January, I call them my toothless wonders. In January of this year, between colds and lost teeth, I truly thought that I was losing my hearing because that's what everybody sounded like. So I'd like to end with a letter I received from a senior this year who was in my 2005 first grade class. I know many of you have received letters, and I had the opportunity to chat with Haley the day before she left to go off to Marist College. I told her that I had won this award and asked her if I could read her letter. A great big thank you to the teacher, whoever you are out there, for giving this assignment. I was very touched when I read this letter. Dear Mrs. Moynihan, I would like to thank you for helping me, not only in school, but with my life's journey. I was so happy to see the time capsule you sent to all your former students. You really know how to keep a promise, and this is a very special quality. Thanks to your guidance and teaching, I will be going to Marist College next fall and pursuing elementary education. You have really helped me to become a teacher, inspired me, and I love working with kids. You set the bar high, but I hope I can be half the teacher you are and were. Thank you, Haley Collins. So in summary, let's remember, we need to be respectful to one another. Let's all try to add a little humor into our teaching and make fun the F word for this year. Thank you.
So right here are reasons 11 and 12 that the Tolland Public Schools are awesome. So that's it. Welcome back. Enjoy your day. We will transition now to the in-school programs. Thank you for coming and thank you so much for your service. I look forward to seeing you in the schools.